Hello and welcome back to the channel. So a few weeks ago I did a video and I was talking about how the evergreens around the country were dying, and I also talked about how a lot of our rose bushes died from the tops. Okay, and this area, the rose bushes used to be, let me see, about the height of that evergreen there. The evergreen you see right here. And so what we did was we trimmed them back big time. So as you see, it's early May. And just like Stevie Wonder says that the rosebuds know to bloom in early May. And so when we cut back a lot of the dead branches off of our rose bushes, all of them are blooming. We have pink roses, we have red roses, yellow roses, and they are all blooming. After you trim back the deadness, now they need a little more trimming. We were just trying to get rid of the bulk of them. So you see, like this branch here, we can trim a whole lot more of that off. But there are a lot of buds on here. You see those? Those are going to be blooming very soon, opening up so you can see those beautiful flowers. But in this area, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rose bushes that are in a circular pattern. Okay, they are in a circular pattern. We decided to clear out the middle of it, all of the brush that was here, and we put an evergreen there. And everyone agreed. We said, let's make sure we keep the rose bushes trimmed back. We hadn't trimmed them since we moved here. And so whatever happened last year, where all of the evergreens, well, not all of them, but many of the evergreens around the country, they were saying they mysteriously died. No one knows why, but even when we drive through the area, we were noticing whole rows of evergreens that were no longer alive, no longer thriving. They had died, right? We had a few here on the property that died as well. And so something is definitely up, y'all. Something is going on in the air. But the Most High is fully aware of it. As long as we keep him at the forefront, we can feel protected in all of this. We can feel protected. I'm just making note of things as we see things happening. And I wanted to provide this update to show that the rose bushes are still alive, but we had to trim them way down. Okay, way down. They were more than they were about 4 to 5 feet tall. And now, as you see, they're like 2.5 to 3 feet tall in height. But that's okay, because they got a new start on things. They've gotten a new start. You see that? They are blooming and looking quite beautiful. Looking quite beautiful. And then, of course, as the season continues, we are going to just take care of them as best as we can. I do think that we need to do some more trimming back of some of the dead branches. We just got the bulk of it that was on top. And what happens is when you cut back a lot of the deadness of any plant or tree or whatever, they start to shoot up more branches anyway. So I do see a lot of new branches. Wherever you see green, like that, green stems, those represent new branches that have shot up from a plant or a tree or whatever. So yes, this is the update on the status of our rose bushes, especially this area right here, because this is the highest concentration of rose bushes we had. They were already here when we first got here and planted in circular motion. Others are just in various areas around the farm here. And roses are a beautiful flower. They are a very, very beautiful flower. So I'm glad that they were able to bounce back. One of them we had cut all the way down to the ground. And even that one, if I could walk over there now, I would be able to show you that even that one is shooting up some beautiful roses. They are displaying themselves quite, getting tongue-tied, y'all. they are displaying themselves quite nicely. Most High has blessed us with a nice breezy day. Thankful for that. We got a lot of work going on over here in this area, so I'm not going to show everything. Some of that is Rebecca's area, then some is Hannah's area. So they got some work that they're doing. I'll let them do their own unveiling. But I did want to come over here and show some of our grasses. These are ornamental grasses. At the end of the season, we are able to take the seeds that grow on top. These are going to get much, much taller than this. Okay, but I took some seeds from my ornamental grasses and I planted them in trays, and much to my surprise and excitement, they are growing. These grasses can be quite expensive sometimes when you're ordering them online, but in the fall you can divide the roots and spread them. But another thing, you can get the seeds off the top, and that's what we did. We got the seeds off the top, and some of them are actually growing. I just threw them in the tray, and I covered them with some really good fertile soil, and I've just been watering them every single day. And with doing that, those trays are filled. I'll be able to divide that and find areas to plant those in very soon as well. Now this, if you all remember, this is, they call it a weed, dog fennel. That is going to get super tall. Right now it's not looking as bushy because I cut into the roots off the back end of the back side over there because I wanted to spread this plant more. That's going to get taller than me, okay? It gets about 6 feet tall, and it is one of my favorites. They call it a weed, but it is absolutely beautiful. And so in splitting the roots, I have some in pots, and I've also transplanted some into the ground. I have another area that I took some last year and I planted there, and it's looking so beautiful. It's getting very, very tall. They get pretty tall, very tall. So yeah, that's it right now. Now with these grasses over here, we didn't cut them back far enough, in my opinion. You can tell. So you can still see the dead branches from last year. These will continue to grow and get taller and bushier, but I really, just for the sake of how they look, I really do wish that we had cut more of those dead branches also. I might have to get a chair parked over here, or have one of the little ones come and get down there and get some of those dead branches off. It's a lot easier for them to get down there than it is for me. So anyway, these ornamental grasses, they're very, very pretty. Great landscaping to make things just look really, really lush. Of course, we're looking at the bamboo. These are going to get pretty tall too. Where you see that hole there, that's where some bamboo was dug up, so it can be transplanted elsewhere. If you don't dig this stuff up in the spring and spread it around, it will take over an area. If you look on Facebook Marketplace, you'll see tons of people who have bamboo for sale. I'm sorry, not bamboo, not bamboo, banana plants. Banana plants. But there are a ton of people who have banana plants for sale because they will take over an area. They were actually coming out to the edge at one time, and we just kept digging them up and putting them in other areas. So right now this is where they are. By midsummer, they're going to be so tall that they're going to be definitely reaching for the sky. Definitely reaching for the sky. And of course the bamboo is walking its way over to the drive path as well. We started off with a few bamboo plantings that someone had given us. Okay, a lady gave us some, and they are just filling in so nicely. Bamboo is another thing that will take over just like banana plants. It will take over if you don't try to control it. And so this year, you are seeing that more and more of it is walking. It sends out rhizomes underground. And so all of this that you see going across here, all of that are new plants, new bamboo plants that have walked over, and they reach for the sky. So this is the area where the bamboo is. They're going to get taller and taller and taller and thicker and thicker and thicker. And if you don't control it, it'll take over. Right now we're just letting it fill in because we do like it. We love the way it looks. But eventually we will have to control it because every year it sends out more and more. Look at that. So anyway, I am done. Just wanted to show you guys this. Listen to the birds. Until next time, family, I'm out.